Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm excited to introduce to you my series of literacy videos, English Reading and Spelling Rules. This program is designed to teach reading and spelling concurrently, enabling you to develop the critical skills necessary to become proficient readers and spellers. Join us on this journey to improve literacy skills and boost confidence in reading and spelling. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Let's get started. Today, we will learn a new language concept. I will say some words, and I've also got them written here on the board. Repeat these words after me. Cat, lamp. These are called base words. A base word is just a complete English word. That's a new concept for us. A base word. A base word is a complete English word. Now, let's look at some other words here. Repeat them after me. Cats, lamps. What final sound was added to each of these words? S. And what letter makes that S sound? Correct, S. This is called a suffix. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word. So we're going to circle our suffixes. Now, is this suffix a vowel or a consonant? Correct, it's a consonant. So this would be a consonant suffix. So a base word plus a suffix is called a derivative. So a suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word, and we circle our suffixes. A base word plus a suffix is called a derivative. Example, we have our base word tip. We're going to add consonant suffix s to it and get the word tips. Base word, suffix, derivative. If I say I have a cat, how many cats do I have? Yeah, just one. Now, if I say I have some cats, how many cats do I have? Yeah, it could be 2, 3, 4, 1,000, 100. If I say I broke a lamp, how many lamps did I break? Right, just one. If I said I broke some lamps, how many lamps did I break? Yeah, I could be 2, 3, a million. So that means when we add suffix s at the end of the base word, it means more than one. Singular means one, plural means more than one. Let's look at this card. This is consonant suffix s. It means more than one. Our keyword is cats, as in, I have 2 cats. S, salad, s. S, rose, z. N, 9, n. P, pig, p. I, itch, it. I. T, tomato, t. A, apple, a. A. Look at my mouth. I'm going to say a sound. You repeat the sound, name the letter that makes that sound, and write the letter. Here we go. Number 1. S. S. I. I. T. T. 4. P. P, I, A, N, 7, Z, S. It's a voiced S sound. Good job. Today, we are going to learn a new reading rule. Let's look at the first group of words we have here. Look at the first word. Is this a base word or is it a derivative? It's a base word. It's a complete English word. Now, when we have a base word, the very first thing we're going to do is to find the vowel. A vowel in a closed syllable short, code it with a brief. What is the sound of short vowel I? I. Read that word. Pit. Very good. Now let's look at the next word. Is this a base word or is it a derivative? Remember, a derivative is a word that has the suffix added to the end of it. Now, we have learned suffix s, so we know that this is a derivative. When we are going to read a derivative, we find the suffix first and we circle it. So let's find our suffix s. Let's circle it. Okay. Now, let's go to our base word and let's find our vowel. There's our vowel I. A vowel in a closed syllable short, code it with a brief. And this word says pits. Repeat that. Very good. Now, when we have the letter S, we know that S makes two sounds. It makes a S sound and a Z sound. Now, I want you to repeat these words after me. This first word says tips. Repeat that. What is the sound of suffix S with tips? Correct. It's a S sound. Repeat this word after me. Let's circle our suffix. Repeat this word after me. Pans. What is the sound of this suffix S? Correct. A Z sound. Okay. Now let's look and try to figure out why this S is making a S sound and why this suffix S is making a Z sound. Let's look right before it. We have a consonant there. Let's look right before it. We have a consonant there. We have learnt in the past that initial S says Z, S. And we have learnt that right before an S, if there's a short vowel, it's going to make a Z sound. But now we have no short vowel here, but this is making a Z sound. So let's figure out why. Let's go back to our first word. That letter name is correct, a P. Let's touch our throat lightly and make the P sound. Is it vibrating? No, it's not vibrating. So that must mean when a consonant that is not voiced is right before an S sound, that it's just going to produce the S sound. All right, let's look at the letter N. Touch your throat and make the N sound. Mm, do you feel it vibrating? You do. Well, that's great. So that means that if you have a consonant that is a vibrating, a voiced sound, that's going to make the S be voiced and make the Z sound. So that means that if you have a consonant and, we have a consonant right here, and then we have a suffix S. That sound that we're going to hear is just going to be a S sound. But if we have a consonant that's vibrating, that suffix S is going to be making that Z sound. Okay, that's our new learning for today. If consonant suffix S follows an unvoiced consonant, the S is unvoiced, as in tips. If suffix S right here follows a voiced consonant, the S is voiced, as in pans. Good job. We are going to code and read 4 words today. Let's look at the first word. We know that this is a derivative because I see a suffix S at the end, and this is a complete English word. It's a base word. So we're going to circle our suffixes. Okay. Now we've circled suffix S. We know suffix S has 2 sounds. Let's look at the consonant right before it. Does N voiced or unvoiced make the sound for N? It's voiced. We can feel the vocal cords vibrating. So we know that this is going to be a voiced S sound, which is what? Z. Very good. Now let's code our base word. We find our vowel, I, a vowel inclusive of short, code it with a breve. What is the sound of short I? Let's read that word. Pins. Very good. Let's go to our next word. We see a derivative. We have a suffix S. Let's circle suffix S. We know that this is a suffix because that is a complete English word. It's a base word. We know suffix S has 2 sounds. Let's look at the consonant right before it. Touch your throat and make the sound for P. Are you feel vibrations here? No, you don't. So that means if the voice is off, we're going to leave the voice off here. And what is the sound of suffix S? S. Very good. Now let's code our base word. We have a vowel and a closed syllable is short. Code it with a breve. What is the sound of short vowel I? Yes, I. Now we also notice that we have another S here, but we have already learned that when we see an initial S, that sound that we're going to hear, there's our ears, is going to be S. So we already know that. Let's read that word. Sips. Very good. Let's go to the next word. Here is suffix S. Let's code our suffix S. We're going to circle our suffixes. This is a base word right here, a complete English word. Let's look at the suffix S. What letters before it? A consonant. So we've got to decide, is this consonant voiced or unvoiced? Make the sound of consonant P. It is not vibrating here. So that means our S is not going to vibrate. What is the sound of this suffix S? S. Okay, now let's code our base word. A vowel and a closed syllable short, code it with a breve. What is the sound of short A? Correct. A. We have another S. What is the sound of initial S? Correct. It's going to make a S sound. Let's read that word. Snaps. Okay, let's code and read our last word. Let's circle suffix S. Let's figure out if it's going to be the S or the Z sound. Let's look at the consonant before it. Say the sound of T. Is it vibrating here? No. So that means that this S is going to be in voice. It's going to make the sound S. Now let's code our base word. We find our vowel, a vowel and a closed syllable short, code it with a breve. What is the sound of short A? Ah. Let's read that word. Pats. Nice job. Today, we are going to spell 4 derivatives. A derivative is a base word plus a suffix. We're going to spell 4 derivatives today. The first one is spits. Repeat that word after me. Okay, to help us spell longer words, sometimes it's helpful to make a little dash for every sound you hear. So let's say spits very slowly. S, p, it, s, spits. Let's write a sound for s. S, T, I. That's right, it's an I. Correct, T. Spits, an S. Read that word. Very good. Let's spell another word, pans. Repeat that word after me. Let's say it slowly. P, A, N, Z. Pans. What we're going to write for P? Correct, a P. What about A? A, N. Correct, a N. Z. Right, that's S. That's voiced S right there because N is vibrating. So we know that Z sound is going to be actually a voiced S. Read that word. Pans. Very good. Let's spell another word. Taps. Repeat the word. Okay, let's say it slowly. T, A, S. Taps. Let's write a letter for every sound we hear. What about a T sound? T. You're very good. What about A? A, P, and our last sound, S. Good, S. Read that word. Very good, taps. Let's spell our last word, sins. Repeat that word. Let's say it slowly. S, I, N, Z. Sins. What makes a S sound? Correct, S. I. Good job. You're getting better. N. And our last sound, Z. That's right. Our suffix S is vibrating here because our N is vibrating. So we know we hear a Z sound. It's going to be that suffix S right there. Read that word. Nice job. Sins. Initial means first. Final means last. Medial means anything between initial and final. When a sound is made with an open mouth and the sound is voiced, the letter is a vowel. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Consonants are sounds that are closed or partially closed by our tongue, teeth, or lips. A syllable is a word or part of a word with one vowel sound. If a syllable ends with a vowel, it's called an open syllable because vowels are open sounds. If a syllable ends with a consonant, it is called a closed syllable because consonants are closed sounds. A vowel in an open accented syllable is long, coded with a macron. A long vowel sound says its name. A vowel in a closed syllable is short, coded with a breve. This is the short vowel sound. Capital I. In English, the word I, meaning myself, is always written with a capital letter, no matter where the word I is found in the sentence. When a syllable is accented, the voice is louder, longer, and stronger. In English, the first syllable is usually accented. English words do not end with I. The asterisk means this is a nonsense word. It is not a real word. The asterisk means this is a nonsense word. It is not a real word. The letter A is in an open, accented syllable. It's long, coated with a macron. This is the long vowel sound. A long vowel sound is the name of the letter. This nonsense word is pronounced pay. When we see two like consonants side by side, mark one out. Its sound will hide. We do not pronounce both N's in the word in. Initial S is pronounced S as in sat. S says Z after a short vowel sound as in is. A base word is a complete English word. A suffix is a letter or letters added to the end of a base word. We circle suffixes. Consonant suffix s means more than one, as in cats. I have 2 cats. A base word plus a suffix is called a derivative. If suffix s follows an unvoiced consonant, the s is unvoiced, as in tips. If suffix s follows a voiced consonant, the s is voiced, as in pans. Thank you for joining us for this lesson on English reading and spelling rules. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. Don't forget to practice what we covered today to strengthen your reading and writing skills. Remember, each lesson brings us closer to the goal of our becoming proficient readers and writers. So stay motivated and keep practicing. Don't miss our next lesson where we'll continue exploring more important rules and concepts. If you like this video, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with all our new lessons. See you in the next lesson. Keep learning and improving every day.